I'm gonna say this now. I'm not some huge streamer or anything like that. Um, Aiden Ross is, Hassan is, XQC is, Ludwig is, but everyone's reacting to this, Patrick CC Aiden Ross will never change video, and I just watched a video posted by Aiden Ross talking about how he's got a opiate addiction that he's trying to get sober from, using motivation from Andrew Tate, which is probably pointless, really, in the end, because I'll say it now. Andrew Tate is pretty much like clout farming and abusing the relationship he has with Aiden Ross, and it's been like that since day one. You could say it's a two-way street, though. Anyways, let's get into it. Like, might have it muted. That happens sometimes. Anyways, I don't really think he'll change either, unless he has like a really
Aiden Ross is one of the
awakening.
biggest live streamers of the past 2 years, who recently got a massive payout that is potentially worth tens of millions of dollars to abandon Twitch and move to a new live streaming platform called Kick. Ever since this move, he has been on a tirade of shock value content, saying and doing whatever he wants to go viral, and it's working. Kick has an extremely lenient terms of service, so
It's also annoying, cause like he'll be like, "There's only 2 gender videos," and then like I just saw him in a video talking with Sneeko, and he clearly doesn't think there's 2 genders. This was like within a span of 30 days.
He now has the comfortability to speak his mind freely without potentially losing his money. And these days, he is not holding back. Now, it's not like Aiden had a squeaky clean reputation. When I documented his come up 2 years ago, I covered all of his major controversies, as well as the genuine hard work it took to reach the top of the live streaming industry. At that point, he was definitely an edgy kid, but it seemed like his heart was in the right place. These days, his intentions are unclear. So let's take a look at what happened to Aiden Ross. From streaming with every
I'll definitely say he looks happier back then than he does now.
major rapper in the industry, losing his girlfriend, making extremely down bad content, meeting Andrew Tate, and changing his entire online persona forever. Picking up where we left off around May of 2021, Aiden was on top of the world. He was one of the top 5 most subscribed and most viewed streamers on Twitch, averaging around 100,000 viewers per stream. He just reached 1 million subscribers on his Aiden Live YouTube channel, which he treats like his main channel. And he did a collaboration stream with just about every mainstream rapper in the industry. It was very clear he was here to stay.
I'll tell you the truth. This is the mainstream rapper I want to be seen with, Trippie Redd. He's literally just like Snoop Dogg. He's used the audio of the Today I Got Time kid Vincent Brown and just like never paid him. The kid wasn't even asking for a lot. These aren't rappers I'd want to be seen with. I'd want to be seen with like Eminem or NF or Andre 3000 or Cal Scrooby, not these clowns.
And some people didn't like that. Those people were known as the Poggers community, or as Aiden called them, the L Nerds. This community is basically composed of all the top streamers on Twitch who helped build the platform.
You're a is there in a way in there. It's so grade school. It's been done before. It's something 12-year-olds say.
Foundation years before Twitch was as popular as it is today. Poggers is an emote that people spam in the chat when something good or funny happens. Aiden's community is known as the W and L community. That community is composed of Aiden's friends and the new wave of Twitch streamers. And instead of spamming Poggers, the commenters will spam W or L. A couple of top streamers in the Poggers community threw some shade at Aiden and his viewers.
His viewers are like the kids in high school who want to be cool. You know, like, oh, like, I like rap, I like, you know, like this sort of stuff. Like, kind of like hype beast-ish.
Yeah, they're all very
You know,
hype-beast-ish.
Like they think like if Supreme was cool, they think it would be cool, sort of thing.
Dude, I go in there and I literally have fun in Aiden Ross's stream because I don't watch it.
I think
but
he's-
I'm literally just spamming letters.
You're like, yeah, I'm included. WWW.
I just spam W nerd.
He said spam W.
Aiden responded,
His viewers are like the kids in high school who want to be cool.
I mean, it's not like he talks about politics or anything really relevant, and when he does, it's like, what?
Don't disrespect my viewers like that. You guys literally have fucking Hall of Fame nerds, Hall of Fame threats in your chat that spam poggers, Omegalo the entire stream, bro. You guys are unfunny streamers. You guys are not funny, bro. You guys are not funny.
I'm just like, as he's talking about other streamers, the ones that like built up Twitch. You know what I mean? Like, where he's coming from, it's terrible. Like, he looks like he was just on an opiate bender before he made this video.
Funny at all. Fat.
I'm not trying to come at him, Aiden, for doing drugs. I'm just saying, man's talking shit and he doesn't even have his shit together at this stage of his career.
Pimple-faced, four-eyed people with social problems watch you guys, bro. I don't call you guys fans. What kind of conversation do you guys think that they have? You guys think they just look at each other and say poggers, Omegalo, shove an Omegalo in my ass? Like, they're weird, bro.
That's literally like what people do on Twitch. So he's like literally calling the people that make the trends on Twitch losers. Like, I don't know, maybe people like to be insulted.
Weird.
followed by a tweet that Aiden sent to Ludwig. You really are sad for coming at me and my community. L nerd, go play your violin. Band geek. From there, Aiden's audience went and attacked Ludwig, sending death threats to him and his girlfriend QT Cinderella. This beef was really silly and definitely overblown. It was solved very quickly when Aiden and Ludwig both apologized to each other, but it set the standard of how powerful Aiden's audience is.
I'm just so distracted by how it looks like he destroyed his room in a fit of rage.
That he can militarize and accelerate his audience to defend him in any beef, but one day they would eventually turn on him. In the meantime,
He was like the token white guy in that scenario there.
Aiden was making an insane amount of money, specifically from gambling. His top sponsor was a company called Roobet, an online crypto casino that was paying him at least $1 million per month, according to a private conversation that Aiden leaked himself.
I like really gotta know, is Aiden a trust fund kid? I feel like he's a trust fund kid. He learned how to use the internet, and there you go.
The sponsor, they pay me to play on their website, right? And then they pay me an amount to gamble with. However, if I lose the amount, I have to withdraw my own money.
So Aiden was able to secure tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars in profit daily without risking his own money. An average streaming day for Aiden was online gambling, talking to his chat, reacting to videos, hanging out with famous rappers, influencers, or streamers, and of course, being sus.
I'm rapping in the streets.
Yo.
Whoa.
In the streets.
Whoa.
Bada beat
Whoa.
is me.
No,
Wait,
no, they shouldn't be rapping on the show. Oh, streams, gotta go. Yeah.
Now, despite all the success that
And he's talking about streamers being antisocial. That says antisocial. It's almost like projection, like that whole spew he did earlier was how he feels about himself and projection.
Aiden was bringing to Twitch, they always found a way to let him know they won't let him have too much power. During an IRL stream, Aiden was driving his Lamborghini and reading his Twitch chat at the same time. Twitch gave him a temporary ban for using his phone while driving.
Just because you could really lose the shit like quick, bro. And people, I don't know, bro. I just feel horrible. I just fucked up, bro. I fucked up.
I used to shave my eyebrow like that. I'm 33. But I used to shave my eyebrow like that when I was 16. And that means the stuff that he thinks that he's doing cool aesthetically. But even I, not a popular, super popular person now, You're like the 16-year-old version of myself, but half the IQ. And no good role models like that. Sorry, Andrew Tate's just not a good role model. Like, come on, he's not happy, or he's not doing any better since he met Andrew Tate, other than his life has got a bunch of Andrew Tate drama in it.
I got banned on Twitch, guys. I didn't get anything back yet. I think it's a permanent ban. I'm gonna appeal it. I was 100% in the wrong though. I was at a red stoplight and I was reading Twitch chat off my phone.
Aiden realized that his career, his relevance, his freedom was always going to be at the mercy of Twitch and following their rules, something that he would ultimately grow tired of. As you can imagine, streaming for 5 to 8...
Dude, I really just feel so bad for him. Like, they're gonna eat him up and spit him out, because not only is he making money, they're making money off of him. All the people that interact with him are getting clout and making money off of him, and it seems like nobody's actually fucking helping him.
8 hours per day can be extremely repetitive, and having over
Not that people haven't tried.
100,000 live viewers expecting you to bring something fresh and exciting every day is a lot of pressure. An easy way to take up some time is with drama. He started a fake beef with Rice Gum to prank their viewers.
Open up, nah, you wanna talk all that shit on Twitch shit? Open up!
Fake beef or not, this shit is entertaining. Just a week after this, Aiden played another prank on his viewers. He did an IRL stream where he met up with his fans, and the cops were called due to how much chaos there was on Melrose in Los Angeles. Aiden and his team set up a fake arrest to fool his viewers, but the next day he let everybody know that it was just a prank.
I mean, I understand faking it till you make it. And honestly, some of like the fake beefs and stuff seems dumb. But once you get a little money, it would be cool to like have enough money to pay the cops to help you prank people. That'd just be like a fun experience for him to have. Like, I made it. So, I don't know.
His fans were not happy. He's just starting to fake everything now, when the initial reason why people were drawn to him was because he was genuine. Aiden's focus has shifted from being a Twitch streamer to being this viral.
He seems like he was a funny cat until he started trying to be like other people or being influenced by other influencers.
Internet sensation. The whole point of Twitch is that it's raw and organic, but he's bringing this weird YouTube element to it. If this is really the direction he wants to go for money and attention, so be it, but he has to learn to embrace the hate that comes with it. His viewers were possibly overreacting.
That hate comes with being on the internet, period. I could get hate just for making this video. They could joke the shit out of me and drag my ass, but then again, I'm 33. What the fuck am I doing on the internet? Who really knows? I'm bored. I've been working out a lot lately. I like technology. This is what I do.
Few fake pranks and they are ready to just write him off. I mentioned this to show how fickle
Dude,
an
it's just
audience can
like-
be with live streaming. Because they spend hours of their time watching you, they develop an understanding of who they think you are. You do one thing they don't like, they immediately criticize and say you are changing for the
Hypercritical.
worse. Balancing this and Twitch's strict rules was eventually going to give. But Aiden went back to a very classic style of content for him, e-dates. In these streams, Aiden would typically invite a girl. Sometimes it would be a famous Instagram model, a prawn star, or just a generally attractive girl, and he would have his streamer friends get a minute or two to talk to the girl and try and win her over. The girl would ask questions, they would ask her questions, and she would slowly eliminate the
This dude straight like. I mean, that's like tinfoil. Like I don't do anything for clout.
contestants. Basically, the Twitch version of a classic dating show. Still to this day, this is Aiden's most popular type of content. This content eventually upgraded to IRL dates, where he would put a streamer friend of his on a blind date with a girl, in person. This dynamic was a lot more realistic because 90% of the things contestants said on e-dates, they wouldn't actually say to the girl's face. But eventually, this would all reach a tipping point that made Aiden want to give up.
It's not really the numbers anymore, but the problem is that people make me feel bad about dropping numbers. I think that
Dog, why is his around his eyes like bloody? Like, I've never seen no shit like that before. He don't look
It's a
well.
very big problem I have. It gets to me a lot. Just because I'm not getting 100K like I used to, it went down from 100 to 50 to like 30, 40, like 30, 40-ish now. So it gets to me.
Around October of 2021, Aiden was losing viewership from 100,000 average viewers to around 30 to 40,000 average viewers.
Part of me just wants to hug him because, like, I can't get over the fact I really feel like he's not okay. And there's a lot he doesn't say. Like, I feel like he cries at night, bro. And that's not cool.
Totally normal to lose a lot of viewership, and 30 to 40K average would make him still an insanely successful streamer. But his audience was still quick to remind him that he fell off. To make things worse, the ethical and legal implications surrounding his Roobet sponsor was being broken down very extensively by CoffeeZilla in a series called Roobet's House of Cards. This was executed so well that it caused a lot of streamers to abandon their partnerships with the company. Social media users became more aware of the shady online
Two people I never want to go to court against: CoffeeZilla and Elon Musk. They're like statistical information powerhouses. You just don't do it.
crypto casinos and their tactics to get people addicted to gambling. The ethics of streamers using their influence to show their potentially underage viewers how much fun and excitement comes with gambling were challenged. Since these streamers do not have to gamble with their own money, which is the entire risk of gambling, if they lose, they don't actually lose. So they're never able to show the actual downsides and what potential catastrophes can happen when you gamble all of your money away. Aiden announced the world that he was depressed and needed to move out of LA. He was exhausted. This was the first time we had ever really seen Aiden stop moving at one.
Dog, Aiden, if you see this, fuck New York, fuck Dubai, fuck LA. You don't have to go as far as Japan. Go to Boulder, Colorado. Enjoy the mountains and the people. Take an internet break. Enjoy some marijuana. Get away from the opiates. It's a good palate cleanser. Some people might be like, oh, you just suggested a drug to get off a drug. Sometimes a lesser drug is a good thing. You know, toxic coping mechanisms work when you don't have good ones. But get away from it all in the Colorado mountains, man. There's something with the ground here and the quartz rock, and you know, just look into it.
100 miles per hour. At some point, it is impossible to maintain that level of hype. To be that entertaining for hours on end, day in and day out, it's just unsustainable. He moved out of the Clout House in LA and took his career back to New York. He took a very short 10-day break from streaming before he realized that he cannot give up. He came back.
Oh, so my bad. I'm from VA, Norfolk, Virginia. East Coast is rough, man. Never been to Cali, but I'm sorry. In comparison, I think Cali's probably, it's all hyped up and bougie and stuff, but like shit can get real dark and rough on the East Coast.
With a bang. His first stream back was a live stream with Lil Uzi Vert, who was easily the most famous rapper he had ever streamed with. With a fresh mindset and another huge milestone, he was ready to grind again. He also got a brand new crypto casino sponsorship with Stake, so gambling was a regular program for him again. Also, the E-dates were back, even though one of them was about to take an unexpected turn for the worse. Aiden invited iShowSpeed to do an E-date with Ash Cash, who was the celebrity guest for the evening, but Speed took things too far. Basically, Speed threatened to R-word Ash Cash, and I would play the clip so you can see the context, but Speed likes to illegally copyright strike any video that has him featured in it. This got Speed permanently banned on Twitch, while he was just a guest on Aiden's stream. This controversy was huge, but it was pretty clear that Aiden...
Yeah, I don't know who that dude is, but you ever looked at somebody's eyes and every part of you's like, no. Yeah, no.
Was not at fault here. Even though a lot of people put the blame on him, Speed's actions didn't fully represent how the E-dates normally work. All this did was bring more attention to Aiden's streams and made the E-dates even more popular. Most streamers benefit from controversy. People get really angry, flood them with casual viewers, and then forget about it a week later. It's the sweet spot of being controversial but not pissing off the masses, and more importantly Twitch, where Aiden was constantly balancing, and he's damn good at it. He knows exactly where to be edgy, where he can make it seem like he has no filter to excite his audience.
I just turned this motherfucker gay. He likes sucking.
Nah, bro, you're not even 2 bars in.
I'm saying
bro.
you.
He knows when to act dumb so his audience can bully him.
A long
Georgia.
time. And that
I gotta be fucking tripping. Is this maybe years ago? How is Atlanta all the way over here?
And he is an absolute mastermind when it comes to virality. However, one of his beefs, he almost took it too far. That was with the rapper NBA Youngboy.
I don't think anyone in that room really knows what they're doing other than Aiden being like, hey, so I might say some dumb shit, do this, but turn on the camera and just chill and we'll make some money. And you'll get some clout. It's odd. Like, I feel like none of them are friends. All of them are there for like one reason only. Cause this gonna get me attention. That's fake as fuck.
Which started when a Youngboy fan page liked a photo that Aiden's girlfriend Pammy posted. Aiden didn't believe it was real. He spent 2 minutes in straight silence staring at this, wondering why NBA Youngboy could be potentially romanticizing his girlfriend. His audience convinced him that it was real, even
Like I
though it
said,
wasn't.
fake.
So Aiden conducted a master
shit.
plan that involved setting up one of his friends with NBA Youngboy's ex, Jania. While Jania was on an Instagram live, Aiden requested to join and asked if his friend Paryeet could spit some game to her. A bunch of people screen recorded the videos and posted them online saying that Aiden was flirting with Youngboy's ex. So Youngboy decided to make a lethal threat to Aiden in a song the same day.
Look, we grew up with rappers in VA that rap better than these boys ever could as teenagers. I don't know what the fuck y'all listen to no more.
Aiden responded to the diss track with a fake apology and a meme, before quickly realizing the next day what type of beef he was truly getting into. Aiden is obviously not from the streets, doesn't live a dangerous life, and probably knew deep down that no real gangster is going to hurt him. But still, he knew he couldn't poke the bear too much, because with Youngboy's reputation, it wasn't worth it for Aiden to take any chances, and eventually he apologized and stopped trolling the rapper. It was either this beef that went too far, or just him feeling
fucking
generally
no-name,
exhausted again.
really.
But around the end of 2021 and beginning of 2022, Aiden slowed down a bit. Every month in 2022, his views just kept dropping. Even though he was streaming pretty consistently, sticking to his gambling, reactions, and e-dates, he wasn't doing any viral stunts nor getting into unnecessary controversy, just satisfying his fans and chillin' like every other streamer. Despite his more relaxed approach to Twitch, in April of 2022, he found himself in another big controversy. Aiden was becoming a victim of DDoS attacks. These attacks can occur when
I feel like he really goes through phases where, like, one moment he's trying to figure out life and what makes him happy, and the next moment he's just not even there. Like, he's just not even there.
hacker gets his IP address, either by knowing where he lives in real life, or potentially if Aiden leaked that information, then the hackers have the ability to overload his internet so much that his stream lags and makes him unable to stream. Aiden was trying to fulfill his online gambling requirements one day when a hacker kept taking down his stream. Out of frustration, he called one of his friends, Your Rage, who is another very popular Twitch streamer. Aiden didn't realize Rage was live when he said this.
He did you again? He got you again?
Yes, bro. Like, this kid's a
Oh! Yo!
I censored the word, but he said the homophobic F slur. Aiden was not making fun of a gay person. He was angry at someone who was hacking him, but the context did not matter, and Aiden was about to get banned. At first, Your Rage tried to say that it was his friend from high school that said the slur and not Aiden. And still to this day, they never fully admit that it was Aiden. This is all alleged. After all we really have is just that audio. But there isn't a real reason to believe it wasn't Aiden. And after the clip was blown up on Twitter by Jake Lucky, Aiden received his longest ban of all time. Over 40 days, Aiden was banned from Twitch. Funny enough, this actually wasn't huge news. Aiden had been banned many times before, and nobody knew how long this would be. And most people just took his side because they didn't think he had any true bad intentions. Usually, Aiden comments on his bans, but this time, he just kind of disappeared for 6 weeks. When he returned to streaming after his long ban in June, he had about 70,000 average viewers. The long Twitch ban did not hurt his numbers at all. In fact, it probably helped him. Giving the fans a break allowed them to be hungry for more content. As if things couldn't get any better, he got blessed with a whole new content lane that he could capitalize on: Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate was the most searched for man in the world in July of 2022. Basically overnight, this man was everywhere. Clips of him that were causing controversy were at the top of everyone's algorithm on every social media platform.
I mean, honestly, if it were anybody else, when this happens with anyone else, we call him an industry plant. I digress.
Despite Tate being everywhere, there was still a large mystery to him. Was he just a character? Was this just a meme? Is he actually filthy rich? Is he a criminal? With massive streamers like Hasanabi and XQC denouncing Tate's ideals, Aiden was the largest streamer willing to talk to him. Andrew Tate and Aiden's collab stream would become Aiden's most popular stream in his whole career. Well, at least in terms of YouTube views. Every single person on the internet was talking about Tate. Most people were bashing his worldviews, but Aiden's community loved him, and Aiden took a liking to Tate as well. In the beginning, Tate was mostly farming Aiden's viewers to promote his Hustlers University course, and Aiden was just picking his brain for the content. But Andrew quickly realized that Aiden was reluctant to say how he truly felt on certain subjects, citing that Aiden was afraid the Matrix would cancel him, which to some degree is true. All content creators need to abide by censorship.
The Matrix is the military-industrial complex. Prison complex. I'm pretty sure they don't give a fuck about either one of you. Well, maybe Andrew a little bit, because we won't even get there. Skip that. There's no way y'all don't know.
Standards, which can be dangerous to break. Even I get tired of censoring myself. They streamed together often after the first couple were a success, and Tate became somewhat of a mentor to Aiden.
Bro, you got like the best mentality, like brain, like ethic I've ever seen in my fucking life. What the everything you're saying is just like that you've said is literally facts. I agree with like 100% of everything.
However, it wasn't long before Andrew Tate was banned from almost every social media platform, which was when Aiden needed him the most.
As of right now, guys, I am no longer in a relationship. I am single.
Aiden and his longtime girlfriend Pammy broke up. This affected him tremendously, and he didn't talk about the details too much publicly, but just said they decided to go their separate ways.
He probably tried to take some Andrew Tate's advice, and she left, and because Andrew Tate has been here, and then jail, and here again, that hasn't clicked in his head that the behavioral changes that he had after getting introduced to Andrew Tate is probably why he lost his girlfriend.
Immediately after, he started doing e-dates where he was the one that a bunch of women were trying to get a date with. Every day, he had OnlyFans models and women fawning over him to boost his ego. His fans loved it, and they saw a new spark in Aiden. Single Aiden's content is 10 times better, not even just for the content with girls, but he just seems more energetic and fun in general. Pammy was really holding Aiden back. It's crazy how great his content is again. However, Lil Uzi Vert disagreed. He thought Aiden should get his girl back.
You shouldn't have broke up with that girl.
And he should have listened to his friend. Bro. The look on that man's face was a man that's like, knows all them girls showed up for clout, whether they really like him or not, because he doesn't seem like a bad dude. He's not a bad looking dude. He looks way better with hair and him doing what he wants to do with his body, versus a man that's balding telling him that he should shave his head. Is Andrew Tate jealous that Aiden's got a head full of hair still? I digress again.
No, bro.
On top of that, Twitch also banned gambling from their platform, which most people saw as a net positive for the app. But streamers like Aiden, who were raking in millions of dollars per month from the site, were furious. The only type of content Aiden had was related to his relationship status. He would swipe through girls on Tinder, bring OnlyFans girls on stream and kiss them on the mouth, which some people saw as his most down bad moment, but his audience thought he was super lit. Once he asked one of the girls to be his girlfriend, his chat started to change their opinion. Never thought I would see Aiden in such a low spot, especially in streaming. Bring back the old times, dear friend. Andrew needs to save his son. Just like with all of Aiden's content, it's hard to tell what is real and what is just a viral stunt. This very well could have been knowing his own community would make fun of him. It was likely all for entertainment, because he just hopped from one girl to another.
I was just curious, Nadia. You know what I'm saying? I'm in LA right now. Do you want to go on a date with me?
A what?
A date with me. Full-on date.
A date with Aiden Ross.
Because they're saying.
You know what?
No. It's just.
I'm not coming back.
Stop, Rina. Come on.
I'm not coming back.
However, something that
This is the second chair I've seen dudes sniff. The first was Andrew's. Why would he think it's funny? See, that's what I'm saying. Like, dog, stop doing shit for attention. Come on, bruh.
was very real was his ex-girlfriend starting an OnlyFans, which obviously bothered him. It kind of seemed like they were both battling to make each other jealous. Aiden's fans were saying that she hit rock bottom, but they were just trying to protect Aiden's feelings, because I'm sure he wasn't excited about her new career. And just when Aiden needed him the most, the top G returned after a long hiatus, and immediately questions Aiden's new lifestyle.
Aiden, what are you doing with your life?
Come on, bro. Already off the jump? You don't want to catch up? Hey, how's it going?
What's the point in catching up? What's the point in catching up with you when I basically know the answer? You're sitting in Miami doing hedonistic bull.
No.
Sitting around, doing drugs, drinking, doing absolutely nothing important, hanging around with a bunch of losers. That's what you're doing.
Viewers shifted their alliance to Tate, and they realized he was right.
Andrew Tate hangs around with a bunch of people that are addicted to their egos and addicted to pain. I mean, it's the same thing, different addictions. It's the same shit. He's sitting around doing nothing. They're both sitting around doing nothing on the internet. Their addictions are just different.
About Aiden's lifestyle, but Aiden didn't listen. He kept living his dopamine-boosting, pleasure-filled...
If anything, people won't address it. All this shit, the hand symbols and stuff he uses... Andrew Tate's into occult knowledge and conspiracy theories. Borderline witchcraft shit. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but the same shit I get dragged for is the same shit. That's the reason. All hand symbols. There's a video about a bunch of different hand symbols. You could get this stuff on the internet and pretend like you're some kind of fucking guru if you want to.
Lifestyle.
It's not new.
Eventually, he would fly to Dubai to meet Andrew Tate in person, which seemed to be the catalyst to some real change. Aiden did his classic performative suspect humor. But Tate convinced Aiden to get into shape and try to make better life choices. He came back.
I mean, how do y'all really not know that's something like kink of his? You don't know. I honestly think he's bi.
Back to the USA on a mission, now turning his body transformation into content. They made a deal that if Tate could do 150 push-ups in 5 minutes, Aiden had to shave his head bald. Then after Andrew did it with ease, Aiden asked for it.
Let me tell you something. Those aren't push-ups. As someone that took Shinobi Kai Kenjutsu, those aren't push-ups. Not at all. He didn't even do one push-up. 1, 2, 3, 1. That's a push-up. Not... What the fuck are those?
Redemption. If he did 30 push-ups in a row, he could keep his hair. These were the push-ups.
Come on.
Neither one of them can actually do full-form isolated push-ups. Hate to flex again. Age of 16 with my sensei. We were doing 1, 2, 3 isolation. 50 of those in a session. It's easy. That was light work. That was first day.
Come on.
I will give Andrew the benefit of the doubt, though. At least his back was straight and he had better form, even though, like, these aren't push-ups.
Even though it took him 3 weeks, he eventually shaved his head bald. Just a couple days before he did it, Andrew Tate got arrested in Romania after being investigated for potential human trafficking crimes. Aiden stood his ground and said that he supports Andrew Tate and does not believe he is guilty, whereas the entirety of the internet celebrated Andrew Tate's imprisonment.
And by the way, while everyone's like, oh, all these liars and Matrix streamers, Andrew Tate's not free. He can't fucking leave Romania. He ain't free. Court case isn't over. No, you don't have a leg to stand on. Other than the reason why it probably took so long, and the reason why they locked him up for so long, is they took away all the things that he could possibly use, the passports. They made sure he couldn't leave the country like he planned to. They locked him up long enough to make sure they looked at everything he had to make sure he couldn't leave the country, and then they put him on house arrest, which is a fair compromise, because he would have ran if they would have just let him off on house arrest to begin with. Fake identities, fake passports. So you don't have anything. You have no ground or leg to stand on to call anyone a liar or Matrix when you don't even understand what the Matrix is, outside of a broken philosophy Andrew Tate told you about the Matrix that he won't elaborate on, really. I mean, you can go to the first page of the fucking wiki on the dark net and just go read about the different complexes, industrial complex, military complex, and find out what the Matrix really fucking is. The Matrix doesn't give a fuck about Andrew Tate. If anything, it would give a fuck about him if he was making money through sex trafficking, because that's what the Matrix does. And it makes money off women and children and violence, which would make Andrew Tate a part of the Matrix. A part of the Matrix that might get thrown under the bus because he didn't know how to shut the fuck up.
But just 1 week into his bald new year, he randomly got a 7-day ban on Twitch. Again, not really clear as to why. If you haven't noticed by now, Twitch often doesn't state why people get banned. They just remind those creators, don't get too comfortable.
I just got banned on Twitch. I'm
Thank
not
Bezos
as
for that.
mad and devastated as I would be, a year or two ago, because I think I'm at a point in my mind where I realize I trust God and everything happens for a reason.
It seems like Aiden getting banned throughout his career has been good for him. It allows him to at least slow down and rethink everything he does. Usually after his bans, he returns as the best version of himself and his fans love it. And this time, that couldn't be more true. In January of 2023, he returned to Twitch, taking his fitness journey as serious as possible, telling his followers that he was not having sex, doing drugs, or drinking alcohol. He was going to fully focus on bettering his health this year. However, some people thought this lifestyle change was a warning sign. Hasanabi, another massive Twitch streamer mostly known for his political commentary, predicted that Aiden was going to turn into another Sneeko.
If he keeps going down this pipeline, he's going to turn into like another Sneeko. He's just going to be banned from everything.
That happened.
He just needs to
That's
save
facts.
himself. It's good that he's working out. It's good that he's like bettering himself. These are concepts that I'm on board with. But this like no fap.
I've been working out the last 2
right-wing
weeks
shit
too.
is not good.
Hassan
head's
clearly
been
believes
right,
that
though.
working out and pushing a positive and
So it's
healthy lifestyle
easy.
is good, but he predicted that Aiden would take it too far, that this red pill nonsense typically leads young men to spiral into far right-wing belief systems.
Work on the mental than the physical, because if you try to work on the physical without the mental, you're gonna fail every fucking time. It'll be too hard. It's too hard.
That he thinks are generally bad. This was definitely an aggressive take, and was probably based on the fact that Andrew Tate was Aiden's mentor. In fact, Tate announced that Aiden will be one of his 5 allowed visitors to prison. However, Aiden disappeared.
I basically got a call. I'm not gonna say specifically who it was, but you know who you are, and you basically said, hey man, if you keep doing controversial stuff and you keep saying certain things and you keep basically promoting certain things on your stream, we're gonna have to take you down indefinitely.
Aiden believes that his new lifestyle choices were the reason that Twitch was trying to silence him. It seemed like Twitch was okay with promoting gambling, alcohol consumption, prawn addiction, and a degenerative lifestyle. But when he tried to better himself and convince his audience to improve their mental and physical health,
That's not bettering himself, though. This does not look like a better. This looks like a bad joke. When you see another man brainwash your biggest influencer into the shitter, you can't just keep airing someone's what will probably be his worst moments. He'll look back and this will be the shit where he'll be like, I can't believe all that happened.
that he was being threatened. This was the last time Aiden was going to let Twitch hold their power over his head, so he announced to the world that he would start streaming on Kick.
So guys, I'm not permanently full-time going there. I want to feel it out, and I want to make sure my community f***s with it too. So I'll still stream on Twitch if that's what you guys want. But what I will say is this. I'm going to Kick this week.
Kick is a live streaming platform that looks and operates almost exactly like Twitch. Although it's not very clear who owns Kick, there's a lot of evidence that supports.
Honestly, it's just a bunch of Andrew Tate simps, misogynists, and random like fucking hot tub streams. Been over there, it's super boring. Not that I find Twitch that interesting either.
It's that Edward Craven, one of the founders of Stake.com, is a part owner of the site. Another part owner is Trainwrecks TV, who was the largest gambling streamer on Twitch. Kick's main differentiating factor.
Mister, I'm gonna go off and do some coke in the middle of a motherfucking stream. He's a cokehead.
Factors is that they pay their streamers 95% of their subscribers.
And again, that's not like, oh my god, judging drugs, but like he's just a cokehead with a gambling addiction that streams that. That, ooh, there's like 1,000 hymns born every fucking year. Stupid analogy, but dog, I could go find friends just as entertaining as this fool that have the same fucking addictions and they could blow up in weeks, but they don't want to be online. They don't give a fuck about being online. So obviously he likes looking at himself.
Money, and Kick takes 5%. They also have extremely lenient terms of service, so when Aiden said he could do whatever he wanted, he wasn't lying. He went to Kick, streamed the Super Bowl, which is dangerously illegal, and even pulled up the front page of PronHub.
Honestly, stuff like that, streaming the Super Bowl, I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a lawsuit. Like I said, I'm pretty sure Kick's gonna be the most short-lived streaming social media ever. Like that's already a sealed deal, coffin fucking closed.
Streaming to tens of thousands of people, mostly underage kids. As if it couldn't get any worse, the chat is totally unfiltered, so the comment section is flooded with just about every racial slur you could ever imagine. The stream was clipped and went extremely viral on Twitter. Everyone agreed that this was a stupid decision, and Aiden ultimately apologized for it, citing his own hypocrisy since he no longer watches Prawn and thinks it's very unhealthy. Plus, he's been profiting off Prawn stars.
There ain't no way that's true.
And OF models for years now. He went back and forth from streaming on Twitch, then back to Kick for about 10 days in February. It was during this time where he was negotiating an extremely large...
How do you find an OF model if you're not hunting for titties and prawn?
exclusive deal with Kick, similar to when Ninja signed to the Microsoft-owned Mixer streaming platform for between $20 to $30 million in 2019.
Ninja's cool.
And they're giving me tens of M's if I go full time. If you guys, if I go full time, and equity.
Trainwreck said that Aiden's deal is complicated and has a bundle of things in his contract that isn't.
Bro, the fact that Trainwreck is speaking for Aiden or is even present in any one-on-ones with it, like this dude, he literally just railroads all debates. I mean, it's in his name. He's not. They probably literally call him Trainwreck because that's the one thing he's great at doing. Railroading debates. It doesn't matter what you say. He's gonna railroad it. He's gonna nip it in the bud. You might as well he's gonna make it so you can't talk. You're never gonna be right. That's what railroading is. It's right in front of your face.
Just a streaming deal, but he did confirm that the dollar amount is the largest streaming deal of all time, which would mean that Aiden's take-home payout would have to be at a minimum of $30 million. Once he secured this deal, he was permanently banned on Twitch forever. He was given a reason that he did not make public, but he hinted that it could have been related to things he was doing on his Kick live streams. Aiden would not be the first example of an unfair ban or an unknown permanent ban, and since this was his 8th time being banned in total, I don't think anyone was really surprised. So now that Aiden has secured generational wealth and no longer has to abide by any rules and restrictions, he basically has full freedom to say and do whatever he wants. So he decided to finally state how he feels about trans people. "There are only 2 genders" was tweeted, which got over 500,000 likes, 50 million impressions, and 3 million engagements.
If you look,
I'm not coming at.
If you look at the video he just did with Sneeko, he's defending trans people. So he flip-flops because I don't think, like, these aren't opinions. He just says whatever for clout, yo. Like, I mean, that's whatever. But I hope he knows that he could go back to being himself and say Trainwreck and Andrew Tate, because they're coattail riding him now. He's got a cup. They're not gonna let him know that, though.
The gay community, the LGBT. I'm not coming at them, bro. I'm coming at the cancel culture.
Aiden claims that his comment was not transphobic. He was using this as an example of how cancel.
He could build his whole ass own brand off this, doing what he really believes and what he really wants, and being a genuine, decent, funny guy. People love that. And still go to
culture
the
will
gym.
try to take you down if you say something they disagree with. His comment was not very edgy, but he knew people would freak out, and they did. He then attacked other streamers.
And all you fucking streamers I'm gonna clap back and respond to. Stop this fucking cat, bro. You don't give a fuck. You are signed under Twitch contract.
To which XQC replied the best.
That's like going to a spot, like going to a church for people that are praying and be like, God isn't real. God, no gods are here, lol. What are you guys doing? Gods aren't there, lol. And then you say,
I don't even know why this guy's popular, bro. I'm gonna be honest and state my opinion. 99.9% of the time when he talks, I'm like, what the fuck is he even saying? Like, what? That's it. That's his whole stream.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong though?
It doesn't really make sense why Aiden is doing political hot takes. He has no intention of doing actual research or trying to attack any complicated problem. His biggest rebuttal is that people on the internet need to go outside because their reality cannot simply be the same.
He should probably take his own advice. You're a streamer. At least I ain't streaming this. This is just a recorded video. After, and I've been to the mountains, I've been outside, I've been to the gym, I've been swimming, I played board games with people, I've went out and played video games with people, I painted, I've done so like, this is just what I do for downtime. This is why I don't really stream.
Same reality he is living in. His next hot take was,
So all you guys that get to pick your pronouns, my pronouns is kill/them, okay?
which was followed by,
my pronouns are fuck you. Kill/them. I think what he meant is like kill the they them bullshit. Not like kill them, but like the concept of they them. But here's the thing. What does it matter if someone's a boy or a girl, or he or she, unless you're trying to get with them? Everybody's a fucking they them. You don't know. It's stupid, but I tell people I'll identify as an alien sex god. Sometimes people are just doing it as a fucking joke because it's like, fuck you, I'm not interested, and you shouldn't. My part shouldn't be your concern. Really, I don't want you.
an apology.
And I just wanted, from the bottom of my heart, apologize for absolutely fucking nothing. Okay? I'm Aiden Ross, and Aiden Ross said what the fuck he says.
Which was followed by this statement a few days later.
And from his confession with opiates, we don't know when he's on opioids. That changes the way you think. These opinions and things, that type content we could be seeing like this, could be him completely fucking high and not even like really thinking or meaning the shit. Just knowing that if he says this shit, it's gonna get clicks and views, and that's what he needs right now as a business person.
I just don't fuck. The only thing I don't like about this community is you guys are homophobic and transphobic. I don't fuck with that because y'all don't know what it's like. You know, people. You just don't know what it's like. You're not in their shoes.
So basically, it's tough to know how he really feels about anything. So think to yourself, is Aiden's behavior on Kick really all that different from the stuff we showed in the beginning and throughout?
He's going through it, and it's like you can't admit it. You try to take a break from it, and you feel your whole career flop. You need the income. He's got all the wrong people. He's not getting better because he's got all the wrong people around telling him the wrong thing. Like, don't focus on what you're thinking or feeling. Just go to the gym. That's probably all you think about in the gym, bruh. Like, yeah, that'll motivate you to rage out and stuff, but like, take today. I had a nice aromatherapy session, talk to people. Some of the stuff I didn't want to hear, but like, I didn't tell anyone to shut up. I didn't like argue with them. They got all God obsessed and stuff. Then I had a breathing focus session, you know. And then I'm sitting resonating on the positive things I gotta do this week. I've been to the gym, like, do all of it. Who the hell says you can't go, like, journaling? I've been journaling and going to the gym, and honestly, the combination's amazing. Like, mental and physical. Or just mental. But anytime I've tried to just physical, I'll quit working out in, like, a day or two if I'm not emotionally stable, because, like, either one, when I'm not emotionally stable, or when most people aren't emotionally stable, we self-medicate. Who the fuck wants to go fucking work out when you're trying to get trash because you don't feel right in the mental? Like, you could go beat the crap out of someone, which is technically working out. It's going to the gym because you don't feel right inside, and it really, like, at the end of the day, it still doesn't make it any better.
This video. His whole rise to fame was because he is an edgy teenager. All of his success came from him being edgy, toxic, or playing dumb. He hasn't changed. He's just 22 now, more popular, and extremely rich. It's understandable why people
I'm like 11 years older than this fool.
Get angry at him, but his behavior shouldn't be unexpected.
Fool,
He's
like,
constantly contradicting himself,
like
pretending to be
fool.
dumber than he is, walking back on things that he says, telling people to not take him seriously, and that everything he does is just jokes. And it's probably all just because he is bored. His streams consist of him reacting to stuff on the internet, talking to girls with their chests exposed, playing video games, and gambling. Even though he will tell you that you need to go outside, get off the internet, OnlyFans girls are poison, and gambling is an addictive habit. He likely gets bored in his mansion, and when he's bored, he'll say something to get a rise out of people.
Dog, I feel like he knows he doesn't have any real friends, so he's at least making money, just doing things. And that's gotta suck. And like, I don't say that to like put him out there like that, but this is a man that knows he doesn't have any friends. I mean, I'd be like, I'd be your friend. But, yeah, we live in two different worlds, and 11 years difference. I don't know, I feel for people like this. Like, I was raised around a lot of people like this. Used to have a brother that a lot of people, stepbrother, a lot of people used to take advantage of. And at the end of the day, and like, you know, some of the old heads, people older than us would be like, yo, you know, if your sister was around, that shit probably wouldn't have happened. Like, a lot of things in life, if you actually have someone decent around, they're not gonna let fucked up. They're not gonna let you sit in a room alone, only having the internet as the only real friend you can fucking trust.
People play it off like it's just a joke, apologize, and then rinse and repeat. He is never going to be canceled, he is never going to be deplatformed, and he has made enough money that he doesn't actually have to work another day.
Like, if Andrew really cared, dog, those few times that you talked to him, he wouldn't just give you advice over the camera. He would have been like, come to where I'm at, or I'm coming to where you're at. Period. Point blank. If he really cared. If it wasn't just him fucking clout farming you, Aiden. Think, bruh.
In his
East
life,
Coast.
he is going to do whatever
Come
he
on
wants, and it's up for you to decide if you want to give him any